Alright guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're continuing to work on the Honda D16 motor, and we're actually going to be working on the thermostat, painting a couple pieces, the alternator bracket, all that good stuff. So stay tuned, follow along, and hope you like what you see. Alright guys, so my camera kind of died on me here while I was in the middle of painting the coolant tube here. Of course, naturally it would be good to kind of hang these and paint them, but you know, I'm kind of working with what I got, especially since it's cold. But in the previous clips, I did get the thermostat housing and everything all painted. So I'm going to take these off and get ready to put the thermostat back in and do all that good stuff. And then once I get the tube done, I'll be able to install it in the back of the motor here. So let's get to unwrapping. Okay, so for the thermostat, you know, you got to put the gasket around the outside ring of the thermostat, but you have this little ball, this little pin here, and you got a couple notches here. So I want to make the notches in the back, you can see them here, kind of stick in those little grooves there, and that should be good. So then I'll put the housing on top and then get my screws. So let me get my screws. So there we have it. I got the thermostat housing put back together. Also put the bracket for the alternator back on as well. So probably gonna think this might be a little dry here. I might go ahead and rotate that and get another coat on. So let's see how it goes. All right, guys. So it's actually the next day. I let this water tube kind of cure overnight. I think this thing came out pretty good. I just used a matte high heat black for it. I didn't do a clear coat on this. I'm not too worried about that, you know, because naturally this stuff is gonna kind of fit in here. But I'm gonna get that unwrapped, and I actually do have some new O-rings that go around the outside, you know, kind of where I have it taped here. So I'll get that prepped, get that ready to go. We'll get this air chamber thing off, get this thing fitted in, and start getting the thermostat hooked up. So I went ahead and got the tube pushed on here. You can kind of see there's like a little notch that fits into the screw, so that kind of helps you to line it up. Just kind of got it on there and pressed it in and got it snug, so it's pretty tight. As well as I do have the new bolts for the thermostat. Of course, part numbers here. These are actually Honda bolts, so I'm going to go ahead and get this thing lined up, then pressed on, and should be able to bolt it up. Alright, so everything is installed. So what I actually did was I took this tube off here after I placed it on the thermostat housing and kind of tapped it in with a rubber mallet just to make sure it sat in there pretty good. So it's in there pretty good. And then I went ahead and put the thermostat on, bolted it in with the two new bolts that I had, hooked up the air canister. I kind of cleaned off the hose a little bit and put that back. I might eventually replace these, but for the interim, this will work. So I went ahead and put this hose back on, and we're good to go. So what I'm gonna do today is probably clean up my desk, get everything kind of straightened up. I gotta order some parts for the head so I can start putting some parts on, and then we should be good to go. So I'm gonna organize my stuff today and be good to go. So just wanted to make a quick video for you guys, but the thermostat's on, you know, everything is good to go, and we're moving forward. But I think that's going to do it for today's video. Just wanted to make a quick video on installing some new parts. I do have a new belt tensioner I need to order, some other things, but we're going the right direction. I got a lot of parts coming in, hopefully on order. I got the dowel pin, which should be here in the next day or two, so I can go ahead and put the other side for the oil for the bottom, and then I can get the oil pan on, so that'll probably be the next step. I got a new gasket coming from that, so we can kind of solidify this block a little bit. So again, we're going the right direction. But again, I appreciate you guys for watching, staying tuned for the D16Z6 build. Stay tuned for more content coming up. Just real quick too, on the Civic build here, of course, you know, I've been working on that transmission. I'm probably gonna end up having to drop that again, but I'll put that in the Civic videos when I hop on that. So I may do that while I wait for some parts for the D16. But again, I got plenty of stuff to work on, and stay tuned. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment, and until next time, I'll check you guys in the next video. Peace.